Hello? No, that's not right. Is that working? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. There we go. I don't know what happened. I guess OBS just forgot all of my inputs and outputs for some reason. They're all set to default. Appreciate you letting me know on that one. I just got to do the same thing for the music. Should be aux. Yeah. Sonar aux. All right. There's some music. There we go. Cool. All right. And we're back. Cool. All right. So, what I was saying is that, oh, hey, Bacon Guy. You got here just in time for the audio issue to be fixed. I guess OBS, for whatever reason, forgot all of my inputs and outputs, but I just reset them and they're fine now. But it has been a minute. I'm glad to be back here. Had a couple life events that kept me from keeping my schedule, but we're back. And I was saying that one that I am comfortable talking about is, I thought it'd be nice to honor him, is that unfortunately one of my good boys, Sherman, last week did pass away in his sleep. He was getting up there. He wasn't like right on the edge. Like, you see some dogs and you're like, they're about to go any day now. He was not that way. He was still very alert, getting around, just being what felt like a normal dog, if not just a little bit slower than he was when he was younger. But between Sunday night and Monday morning last week, there was a lot of thunder and lightning, like a lot, very loud throughout the entire night. Sherman hates thunder and lightning. And just this year, he has just for the first time started having seizures. And this was his first big storm since he had started having these seizures. And we're pretty certain that's what ended up causing him to pass, is that whether it was the storm or in his sleep or something to do with the mix of the stressful environment and his newly developed seizures was likely what led to him passing in the middle of the night there. So that was tough. That was right on the day I was going to start streaming again. But he was a good dog. We had him for a while. We weren't his only owners. He had a few different owners before us. But I guess I can be grateful he didn't have to go through an uncomfortable, slowed down end of life where he couldn't really do anything but, not even be aware of his environment. I don't know. I miss him. He was a good boy. But that was one of the main things that was keeping me off schedule. But I'm back. I got that all dealt with. And now he has a memorial on my, wow, I can't, sometimes you can't think of a word and it's right there and it's a basic word. Mantle. There we go. My fireplace mantle. He's got a memorial in my fireplace mantle now. I appreciate it, Shawnee B. But I'm back now. Wanted to get back into this project. Before I had streamed last time, or before I got off last time while I was streaming, I was messing with the foliage tool. And yeah, I'd already added all of this. I think there was one piece of foliage I was having some trouble with. No, that was before I figured out at least what I needed to plug in to, gosh, what is this box called again? RVT, that's what it was. The runtime virtual texturing. So I was previously having an issue. I remember that was one of the last things I fixed before I got off last stream, is I was having an issue with the color that's being fed into the grass here from the bottom. You see how it's reading the terrain. It wasn't turned on by default when I originally put all this grass here, and it looked fine because just with this short grass, you really couldn't tell that wasn't on. But this asset, for example, right here, this one really made it stick out. Hang on. Foliage mode. What am I doing wrong here? Click the asset. I just select it. I think I just have to select it. Yeah, that's what it is. This one right here really made it obvious because all of where it was sand colored was just like black. It was just straight jet black. So that led me to believe that something was wrong, which there was, and I fixed it. Let me undo that. It's a lot of that specific foliage. So the fix was, I think it was in the landscape itself. It was down here. So under the virtual texture, I had to plug in the RVT landscape and RVT landscape height, which I've learned is not an input, but it is an out. So it's an input that is based off of a dynamic output, being the terrain here. So it is being fed as an input, but I was confused previously when I saw the RVT, like the landscape and the height files I was confused when I saw them in the asset pack because I couldn't understand how they were made. It almost looked like someone had pre-made them, brought them in, and then like plugged them in somewhere to the terrain because it was obviously representing the color and the height of the terrain. I just didn't know where those files even came from, but it is dynamic. It's based off of whatever landscape they're currently, the files are currently associated with. So this draw in virtual textures, figuring that out was what helped me get that issue solved where the color gradient wasn't working properly on this foliage. Just kind of looking like is it doing the same thing on here? No, I think that's just what these bushes look like. Okay, so it's felt like a pretty good test run. Like I'm mostly satisfied with this level of fidelity here, you know? Like it's fine. Like you can really make this work. It's just a matter of arranging things in a layout that makes more sense. Oh, I did want to mess more with those like cliff face assets that it gave me. Why am I in Project Slime over here? So we'll go to assets. Oh, what was this other assets? Oh, that's right. It was from the terrain tutorial. Okay, so assets, content assets, Zenscape bundle, model, tropical island, rocks. There we go. My gosh. And I'm also not sure like what the right situation to use this is right here versus this, because it's the same asset. One just has like shrubbery and stuff on it, you know. Maybe these would be more like down towards like the base of whatever this mountain is, or like hill, or you know, and maybe more towards the top there'd be less shrubbery because it's farther away from any like root systems or dirt that can reach up that way. That's my best guess. And then as far as I know, I think you just you just bring these in and just kind of plop them down, rotate them around until it looks somewhat natural. Just kind of kit bashing them, you know, so you get something that looks all right. Oh no, I want this handle. There you go. And I wonder if it feels more natural to like have some dirt scattered in between. Like, should they really be all up on each other like this? You know, like clipping into each other, or should I have like little dirt, like sections of dirt? No, I think they do need to be all up on each other like that. Unless I was trying to create like a path out of this, you know? but unless it's a path, it probably should just be kind of clipping in a little bit. All right, that looks all right. Oh, that's my wide one. All right, so this is going to be more, like, I'm going to have to use this one a couple times for more horizontal coverage. And then this is just, you know, I feel like maybe I need to look at some references. What's a part of the world that this environment is closely parallel to? Like it's not going to be every tropical beach. It's probably specific ones that have similar rock bases like this. I don't know. Let's take a gander. Tropical beaches from different parts of the world. Let's see. Tropical beaches was, oh yeah. I want like a list. 41 countries with the best beaches, maybe? No, this probably isn't going to give me what I want. Here, let's just go to Google Images real quick and just go through, just look through here and see what kind of looks like the beach I have, and just get a reference to the geography in that part of the world. See, now this one looks pretty similar. These rock faces right here with the shrubbery and such on them, like they're a bit more rounded. See, like this right here. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I need. Where is this? Bookmundi? It's Bookmundi. Tour agency. Wait, no, where is this? It's in Denmark. Asia. Okay, so this is, yeah, these do look like beaches from Asia, which I guess makes sense. I'm pretty sure the artist of the pack is from an Asian country. Where's this though? I'm not seeing those rock faces here. From Bengaluru. Is that a place? Yeah, okay. So it is really looking like there's shrubbery all over the rocks. Is this a real name of a place? How would you pronounce this? Because I don't know if the way I naturally pronounce that is going to be correct, but exactly. That's what I was thinking. but it's looking like fuck it is the place. Like a good visual reference to what I'm trying to make, which is funny. Or crabby. Yeah, and it is kind of looking like the shrubbery extends up pretty much the entire way, or the entire height of the rocks here. Like there's a couple spots that have, you know, exposed cliff faces, but they're kind of few and far between. So probably just more of like using it to like a filler, you know? If I was trying to like get a spot to fill in and I didn't want to use all shrubbery ones, I could put something like, oh, I need, maybe something like this, you know? And then maybe like, oh, I don't really like that. All right. Let's get some more rocks out here. We love rocks. Like like this is how you do this, right? I'm not doing something out of practice here. Like the idea is just to like fill in the empty space with these rocks. I bet there are people that are just so fast at this. Like level designers. There's definitely some designers out there that are just like unbelievably lightning fast at doing this. I would love to see videos of people doing it, like not sped up. Oh, I could invert these too. If I just like go -1 on the X, the scale, yeah, I can just invert it. There we go. Like you're flipping it. Hey, look at that. Is that going to mess anything up? I mean, that looks pretty good. Kind of getting like cave vibes from right here. Maybe there should be like a little, you know, a little overhang or something. Maybe. No. Yeah, I don't, it doesn't look very natural. If I put some stuff on the sides, it probably would. Like if I just throw in like, you know, one of these. And like one of these. There we go. It's a cave. Cave. I might need to tone down the emissiveness of our slime fella here. Maybe only just a smidge though. Like he does kind of stick out in the shadows because of the emissiveness. It does make the color pop a lot when you're in normal lighting conditions, but under like in shaded areas, you really do kind of stand out. Oh man. Okay, hang on. These need to have overlap or none. Generate overlap. Okay. I was expecting a lot more jagged jankiness. Okay, there's a little bit of the jagged jankiness right there. Yeah, so in some way, we're probably going to have to do a little bit of tweaking here. I'll have to adjust some of the values for how far in it's like pulling on the slime. Because I think part of the issue with like it snapping around like that is there's too much, what's the word? Too much rigidity to the threshold. It's probably a good way to put it. Oh. Okay, got it. So only use these plant covered rocks in areas that I don't want the player to access. Got it. Oh, this is a nightmare right here. Huh. All right. I think this little cluster of trees skedaddle. Was it in? I think it was per tree. Yeah, it was per tree. If I select this and then include an HLOD, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's include an HLOD. That was my fix for actually being able to latch on to the trees, because otherwise, if that's not on, which it took me a while to figure out, if that's not on, I can still, like, the logic of grabbing onto a tree and like your slime moving around like it's grabbed onto a tree works. It was just the visual What are they called again? The close, oh my gosh, like proximity something. The way that we have the, oh my gosh, I just can't think today, apparently. Distance field, there we go, thank you. Oh my gosh, yeah, distance field. It was the distance field not being turned on by default for the plant tool because obviously you're trying to save on resources. So I had to enable HLOD so that the distance fields work for these trees, but it's only for the trees. And also, I'm not sure how normal games handle this, but like all the rocks I've scattered around, they they are fully, they got full collision on them. Like you were bumping into these rocks here. So I'm not sure if this is something that a normal game would just not have collision on, or I don't really know how to solve that in this case. Actually, I think what a normal game would do is there would be what's the word? There would be a more like the kinematic animation would be accounting for that, like having like your leg like kind of lift up onto a rock or the hill, or you know, the same logic that lines your feet up to the hill would take care of that. But in this case, I don't really have that luxury. So I'm not sure what the best solution would be to having rocks around. I can either just scarcely use the rocks and like have them be fully collisioned, maybe make them a little bit bigger. I think as a matter of fact, they might be sized down. Could have swore they were bigger. And the same with this little plant. I don't even know what this is. I think some of the plants and rocks are sized down from the way they looked in the example. So maybe if I size up the rocks, it'll make more sense, and just use any smaller, I could use a smaller rock that doesn't have collision on it mixed in with some bigger rocks that do. That might be a better solution. See, like this rock right here, you'd expect that to have collision, you know? I think it's the little rocks, like these little guys, that you really wouldn't think matter. I think little rocks should be no collision. I feel like the slime would just slither over them. I think you're right. Yeah. I think anything that's like below, that's like at your feet level is, yeah, I think have that be no collision. And anything that's like above like your waist level, like a above waist level rock, obviously you're not just going to beeline straight to that rock, because that's how your normal person's brain works. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a good solution. Okay. The scene is looking beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. The trees are kind of clustered together real weird, because when I was testing it out, I literally just like had a bigger brush and just left clicked one time, and then those are the trees I put down. So I was gonna maybe move those around a bit differently, but I really like how the rocks look when they're put together like this. And as far as I can tell, like this is what you're supposed to do. You just kind of drag stuff in and clip it together until it looks like a rock face. There's not like, you know, I guess I could technically use the foliage tool for these, but it wouldn't look good. Like you really need to go in and like hand adjust these kinds of rocks. Let's grab, oh, can I not multi-select? I can, okay. Let's grab those. Actually, let's get rid of all the trees for now. Delete those. We'll put some more down. But on the brush, oh, I can do single instances. Well, I really did not go into depth on the foliage tool, apparently. I think I was just sticking with the paint. Oh, I see. That's the little grass thing that I still have checked off. So we'll do that. Do like one there, one there, one here, one here. Maybe like another right there. Well, I don't know. I feel like the big bendy ones are usually not that densely populated, you know? There's usually like a couple here and there that are big and bendy like that. Yeah, this is probably fine. So we'll do single. Oh, duh. It's like, hang on, because I have that checked. There we go. All right. Okay, I like that. Personally, I'd let it RNG by selecting them all and let nature take its course. Maybe you're right. You know what? Let's do that. Delete those suckers. All right, select, select, oh, select, and select. Cycle through selected. Whoa, brother, what are you doing? I swear there was a setting that I had read about. I don't know if it's Unreal. I've read about a setting or an option that other developers have used in different foliage tools where the trees are always going to be oriented like up and down, because no matter what, trees grow straight up, no matter what surface they're on. So like think of like a pine forest, you know, there's these big mountainous hills everywhere, but all the trees are still just sticking way up. There's not trees like sticking out on the side lined up with what the ground level is. They just stick straight up. And I would like if there's an option similar here. I bet it's just a checkbox. I would be shocked if it's not just a checkbox here somewhere that turns off like any variability for that Z rotation. Align to normal. Let's see. Also, can I search? You can't. I don't really like that you can't search the option for the foliage. Like I can search the actual foliage part, but like searching through the options is not a thing here apparently. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of these trees currently. Oh no, did I just click underwater? Okay, I thought I put a tree down underwater somewhere. But I forgot this isn't real life and there isn't a landscape that stretches all the way under the water. Select. I think there's got to be a delete all instances or deselect all instances. I want to delete all instances. I want to be able to click these and then right click and delete all instances. Remove. Erase maybe? use paint and use shift click. That's the part that I want to avoid. Well, okay. Oh, that works because I have these. I did not have those. So I do have them selected. Okay, cool. Cool. I was just worried about like selecting something that was not the trees, but I have them checked off here, so that makes sense. Right, and these, all the align to normals are off, right? Align to normal. Okay. All right. Go single. Tell you what, I think this looks pretty good. Oh, one thing is I do want to select these. Z offset. No. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just looking for an option, which I know it's going to be here somewhere, where all of the trees can, like, I just want to select all the trees and then like lower them down a little bit, or maybe like have a preset like Z offset. I wasn't sure if that was the actual, where to go, the right setting, where they're placed already with just a little bit down on the Z axis, just because I can tell that the way these trees were modeled, this like tapered part right here was meant to be under the ground. I think the collision just comes down farther than intended. I think maybe not the whole thing, but I think probably like halfway up this taper is where he really meant for it to stick out. If not like right at the edge of that taper here. I assume it's Z offset, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be ones that I already have. Or it's going to be ones that I haven't already placed. Sorry. What just happened? Minus 0.5. Yeah, it's definitely going to be ones that are not placed yet. So let's go ahead and place a single one. Oh, okay. So we'll go -5 just to like, oh, because it's max, I see. -5. What? Is this like way too low? Let's do -100. I don't know. Okay, so it was working. -10. -10. Go -20. -50. All right, so about there, I feel like is where it looks more natural coming out of the ground. In my opinion. All right, so this is good. Oh, can I not select across the screen? Oh, I want to Age of Empires like drag my selection across the screen so bad to select all of these trees. Select all instances. There we go. And would you look at that? Oh man, isn't that just like a perfect framing? I don't know much about framing, but I know that like you really do want to frame your environments to guide the player towards where you want them to go and what you want them to do. And like I can't really like describe it more than that, but this looks like some good framing in my opinion. Like you go out, you're going this way, you're going that way, that swoops up a little bit. So if I wanted the player to go this way, probably have like a swooping palm tree that points, that like swoops in the direction that they're supposed to go, you know? Or if I need the player to turn and look a different way, just like have in front of them a palm tree that kind of swoops into that direction that they need to look. There's a lot of like player eye line guiding possibilities with these types of trees and like angled assets like this. Like all the angled rocks too. Some of them like really do angle and slope up into different directions. I feel like this looks pretty good. Like this is a level of fidelity I'm happy with, I think. Like this is it. I think this is the fidelity point that I'm cool with. Like maybe we'll throw in a couple bits of polish here and there, but like as a baseline, it's pretty good, dude. I like it. All right, let's get a little more pizzazz going on with the rocks over here. I kind of just want to fill out the rest of the rocks and just see what that looks like. If anything, just to give me a little bit more practice with like making a cliff face out of a bunch of random little rock pieces. But I don't know what to do about the foliage on these rocks, because I don't want to only use the foliage rocks when they're out of reach of the character or of the player, because the idea is not much, if anything, on the island is going to be out of reach of the character. Pretty much everything you'll be able to make your way up to in some way because of all the movement mechanics in the game. So I really need to figure out some type of solution for the collision on the foliage on these rock faces. Because I don't know how to divide up collision like that, or if you even can. I want to go look in the test map and see if I have the same collision experience with the foliage in that map, or the foliage rocks in that map. So we'll go to... Hang on, 1 second. My dog is just going crazy. 1 second. Okay, I am back. So I wanted to go to the map on the test package here. Escape. Oh my gosh, I can't think. There we go. Island. Ah, I see it's still framed from when I was going back and forth trying to figure out why my foliage didn't look like this, even though it's the same foliage. It was the runtime virtual texture. Spoiler alert. Oh, wow. I'm realizing he doesn't, or I should say, I'm realizing one thing that I was doing incorrectly is that I wasn't scaling the rocks at all. Like, he is very, very liberally scaled the rocks to his use case. Like this whole like horizon right here, whatever, this rock face right here. This is one, two. Oh my gosh, these cards. Like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 rocks. And I have like 8 rocks in total. Or maybe double that in total on my little island right there. So I need to not be afraid of just like scaling these. Heavily scaling them. Okay, but I did need to check and see if I have the same issue with collision. Oh, none of it. That's right. None of the stuff has the overlap turned on. Fog, rocks. Overlap. Yeah. Yeah, these do have collision on them too. That makes me a bit worried that I probably won't be able to use those specific assets. I might need to just use the bare rocks and place foliage on them by hand. Which might not be a terrible task, seeing as, like, now that I realize I can scale to such extreme extreme lengths here. You can edit the collisions. On just the foliage, I can? Really? Because this is all one asset here. Like the rocks and the foliage, like that is like a foliage rock, and then there's the bare ones. But you're saying on this foliage rock, I can maintain my collision settings for the rock face while the collision ignores the foliage that's already part of that asset? Because that would be great. That's what I'm trying to do. I think I can go back now, though. And go to... I'm in the engine files. Maps. Map 0. Yeah, like, look at this. Look how many more rocks I have here. Like, if it was that guy, this would be like 5, maybe 4 or 5 rocks at most. Like, that would take up the entire cliffside. Let's do that. I'm gonna try that out. The collision is part of the mesh. It's made up of simple shapes or convex pieces. You can view, edit them in the mesh viewer window. Ah, okay, gotcha. Actually, let's hit Control Z on that, just so that I have these right here to mess with. Okay, so if I go into Model, Rocks. All right. Oh, what is going on down here? Oh, that's the, this is from the RVT, Runtime Virtual Texture. I see. All right, so is this an instance? No, it's a mesh. It's not an instance. Collision. If you edit them in the meshes viewer window. Okay. So I should be able to see. Yeah, that's fine. My cats are all up in my business right now. Okay. We shouldn't remove all collision. Click the eyeball, simple collision. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh yeah, so I need all of those suckers out of there. Let's see. Is this like, I wonder, is this a case of like auto collision being generated? Because I'm wondering why he would have bothered to add collision to the plants. I feel like it must have been like an automatic thing that happened. Unless there's a reason to add collision to plants that I just can't think of right now. Y'all go sniff each other's butts somewhere else. I love you girls, but that's, y'all go do that somewhere else. He has it set to complex as simple. So it's per polygon. Hang on a second. Could I just use the collision from the other asset as this asset's collision? Because each of these rock faces that have foliage on them is just an alternate version of one that doesn't have foliage on it. So is it possible for me to just tell this asset, actually use that other asset's collision? Don't use this one's collision. Would that be this like complex collision mesh option here? You really reuse these. I've got the same asset in here 4 times. I probably should just remove the other packs. I don't think I'm going to need them. I can just re-import them if I need to. It'll save me a bunch of space on GitHub, which it's not at a limit or anything right now, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Is it not showing me the project it's from? Lost Ocean. Tropical Island, okay. If you generate good collision for the non-foliage variants, you can copy that to the foliage versions. Okay. I assume it's not going to let me just like use that model that I had for the collision. Probably have to go and separately generate it. Oh yeah, there's just no collision on this at all. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. You got Plant 01, so I can remove this complex collision mesh. It's not doing anything. Let's go this guy here. Collision. Auto. Apply. Did I do it? I think I did. Play around with the auto settings until it's as close as possible. I mean, it looks pretty dang close. I'm pretty sure these are just the actual polygons of the model, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this seems to line up pretty well with where I see edges and... Oh, the green lines are collision. Okay, that's why I was like, this looks pretty good. Like, it is on point, but that makes sense. Yeah, that's not good at all. Number of convex pieces. Number of vertices allowed for any generated convex hull. I feel like I want to just crank the settings way up instead, and then reverse it, like dial it back. Okay, so no amount of cranking to the hull count or max hull verts is going to change anything. I really need the precision. See, but I wonder if these being too high is actually a bad thing. I wonder if they do need to be lower to get more accuracy, or else maybe they're making unnecessary parts. It's not good either. Look at that. We're cranking everything to the max, actually. That's what we're doing. And even that doesn't look very good. Like, literally everything cranked way up does not look great. What are we looking at? Wait, what? Well, hang on. If the green lines are collision, then why am I like, why do I not just like stop dead when I get this far away from the model? You know, like if I roll up to it and grab onto it, I'm grabbing onto this piece. I'm not grabbing onto the green bit here. Did I change the collision on that before I started messing with it, maybe? Shows simple collision. Was it like the symbol is complex? Use complex as simple. Use complex as simple. Because it's set to complex as simple, and complex are the white lines. Oh. But I guess maybe I'm having a hard time understanding the exact difference in purpose between complex collisions and simple collisions. Complex equals literally colliding with the triangle. If you clip into this inside is hollow with no collision. Simple is collision shapes, but not hollow. Right. I guess I'm trying to understand the purpose of simple collision shapes. Why are they here? If I already have this other collision shape that is the actual collision that I'm touching and interacting with, you know? I'm trying to understand the purpose of the simple collision so that I can know how to use it or utilize it better. Because right now I don't understand why it's even here or what the point of it is if we're not using it, you know? Is what I'm doing right now destructive? I'm trying to figure out a good way to like go back to the old collision after this. Defaults, maybe? Nope. They're not being used at all when complex as simple is set because that basically says don't use simple collision ever. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So basically, I mean, it's not really destructive anyway because we weren't using the basic collision or the simple collision before, so it doesn't matter what I change the simple collision to. We're just using that to like test out. Simple as complex. All right, let's try that out. I want to see if this feels weird to like navigate around. Doing that right here. Gosh, can you get off my space bar, please? Oh, I didn't set it as overlap. Also, what am I doing putting it so far away? Right here. There we go. I mean, this ain't bad. I don't think I'm ever going to be down under something like this, though. But that's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I think the collision on here is fine. Also realizing a strat when there's like too much of a collision overhang above me. Just hold left click, jump, get out a little bit, let go, left click, get back up. Jump up. There we go. Okay. So I just got to do that for each one of the cliff faces. It's not really a big deal. And if I go into when you have a lot of collision holes, you can edit them with a gizmo like a mesh. Oh, really? Okay. Where do you usually do that? Oh, just like that? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I see. Yeah, that one right there probably needs a little bit of extra complexity. Hmm. I was about to say it'd be cool if I could drag around a vertice, but like at that point, I might as well just open up Blender, you know? Because I'm pretty sure that's what this is, right? Complex collision mesh. I can just model out this thing that I've auto-generated here. If I wanted like actual precise custom collision, I just drag it into here and then boom, that's the collision for the mesh. Yeah, I think this is fine for the most part. Like all this auto-generated collisions probably just fine. I wonder if it's a better idea to have one hull, but more verts. You know? Let's do one more. Okay. I do see the benefit of multiple hulls now, actually. Okay, look at that. A little bit better. Okay, I kind of like this. Oh no. I think that works. All right. Now, if I go to Cliff 1, I remember seeing... Wait, what? What happened to the copy? You have to hit apply first and then copy? What? That wasn't grayed out before. Now copy it to the other mesh. Just find the collision selection in the details panel for that mesh and copy the whole primitive struct and paste it onto the other mesh. Oh. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you could right click on a section in your details panel and just like copy all of the, what? All the parameters? You can just copy them and paste them? Oh, copies from the selected mesh in the content browser. Okay. So I would basically just come over here. Oh, wait, no. I would come over to, well, yeah, that's what I have. Right here. What? Content browser. Select. Collision. I literally double clicked on this in order to even come to it. All right, well, I'm just going to do this. I don't know what I did wrong. You're trying to copy to itself. I see what you're saying. I thought that felt unintuitive. I was like, why do I need to go over there and click that and then click copy? That doesn't make any sense. It's because that's the flow for copying that to something else. I see. I see. So then what I want to do is I want to come here and hit collision and then copy collision from selected static mesh. Or not. Maybe we just do this. Maybe we just copy and we just go back over here to primitives and we just do it the right way. I'm so confused right now. SN. All right. Collision. Copy collision from static mesh in the content browser. Oh, that's the wrong mesh. Oh, that's the wrong mesh. That's the wrong mesh. That's the wrong mesh. We're gonna hit undo a couple of times. Undo. Undo. Well, you know what? What I can do is I can just go over here with 2. Maybe I should just bring open cliff 2 and just do it. Just do it. Just finish that one. Where we got cliff 1 and cliff 1. All right, cliff plant 1, collision, copy. My cliff face is taking a big old green wireframe turd. Pivots are different? I guess so. Where's the transform here? How do I find that? Maybe I should spell properly. Okay. Alt P. My Windows keys messed around again? No? Well, eyeball should pivot. That's what I pressed. Alt P brought up the play menu for me. What? Or the play window. I must have rebound that at some point. No, I think I might have rebound it maybe. No, I thought I rebound maybe closing the window. I don't remember rebinding launching the play window. It's the same for you? Huh, okay. What the heck? But show pivot, yeah. Okay, the pivot's at the bottom here. And the pivot's in the middle here. So should I just drag these bad boys up? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one in there I'm missing. Go into primitives again. Okay. Can't spell, apparently. Primitives. There we go. Find the transform and figure out how far you need to move one up and then do the same for all. I see what you're saying. I'm not seeing it. Oh, that's contact points. Where's the dang transform? Oh, that's import. Primitives right there. No, there's not. Okay, I thought there'd be more options. What the fuck? Convex doesn't show you the transform? No, it doesn't. Like the transform, what's frustrating is that there is a transform value here. Obviously, it's there. I just can't access it because like I'm moving this around. Obviously, I am adjusting some transform under the hood. It just doesn't give me the option to do it. I don't know. I can't even like, it's like I can't even grab the other one that's in there either. Can I select? No, of course not. I got no idea, brother. Oh, collision generated. True when the shape was created by the engine and was not imported. Maybe that has to be turned on? Although it doesn't really say what the engine is using that checkbox Boolean for. It doesn't say what that changes really. The way collisions work hasn't changed at all since at least UE4, so this doesn't surprise me. You know what? I think I might have said this before, but I completely understand why they're so quick to move to an Unreal 6. Because it seems like Unreal 5 is in like a stage of technical debt hell. Like there's so many pieces of legacy features and code and everything that's like built into the engine or like kind of works with some version, but not anymore, or not really supported. And I don't know if it's accurate, but just my understanding of what I've read of why they're moving to Unreal 6 so quickly is their Unreal 6 is like, I think supposed to be for the most part, a large rewrite of Unreal rather than just like adding on to what was on there before. So they're taking what Unreal 5 excels in and trying to build a new tool from that without all the added technical debt, like these random little options that are messed up or things that are depreciated or Alt Ps, you know, launching the play window now. From what I've read, I don't know if it's true, but from what I've read, that's the whole point of why they're moving so quickly to UE6. And if that's the case, I'm for it, dude. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that. Now, I hope that doesn't mean that all of the assets that were purchased for Unreal 5 won't work by and large on Unreal 6. I know there's some things like specific like editor tools that probably won't work, but there should be no situation where I can't drag in the assets from my content pack from UE5 to UE6. It should just, there should be a pipeline built in already by Unreal to convert that. Like it is your engine, Epic. You know what plugs into what and what each piece of information needs to be pulled from that asset, or what piece of information needs to be provided by the person importing that asset. Just translate it over into the spots that it's needed. I'm not stoked about a lot of the things changing in UE6, and I totally get that, and I totally understand why someone would not be excited about UE6 because of the same reason that some people are excited. It's because it's getting rid of the technical debt. But with getting rid of technical debt means getting rid of like a lot of the experience that people built up using all of that technology. So I'd say it's probably less appealing to someone who's had a longer established career with Unreal than to someone that's more so still in the stages of learning. That does suck for someone that's probably in a position where they feel like they need to relearn a lot of what's essential. Yeah, so this, I don't really know what to do about this. I ain't got no clue what to do about this right here. I can select this. I can select, oh, there we go. Oh, that's what I needed. I just needed a little something sticking out that I can select. I can pull that up. Since you have snapping, you could see how many ticks up you go. Yeah, you're true. That's true. I know how to words, I swear. Same dude, me know how words too. God forbid I have a transform something that I can see here. If I had that, I wouldn't need to drag it. I was going to say, I wish I could just see the value. Let me do the math in my head. Yeah, I'm not counting that. Sorry. I could turn the snapping down for sure, but yeah, I'm not about to count all that. Oh, that's not even the right one. There it is. Like Control Alt. Oh, that's just a preview. Okay. I thought I was smart. Oh, I can literally see where they line up. Well, that's only if this is a perfectly horizontal, which is probably not a perfectly horizontal edge. Actually, I think this is probably. Can't tell. I think that's probably. Cool. Did it. Look at that. This creator makes nice assets, but I don't know how they managed to change the pivot on identical rocks. No clue, brother. I have no idea. It's like little things like that that just make you like scratch your head a little bit. Like, how would that even get messed up? But yeah, like the assets they make are gorgeous. I don't know. I don't know if this dude just goes home and just like pounds a bottle of whiskey and just like flow states these assets out of his butt or what. Like I don't know how he makes these. Oh, that's right. Overlap. Pretty good. Look at that. And I don't know if on modern hardware it's going to make much of a difference, but technically that is a lot cheaper for the Collision as far as like performance requests. Now, again, don't know if on modern hardware it really is even going to make that big of a difference where it's noticeable, but I am technically asking a lot less of the computer to run these collisions than it would otherwise. That's nice. We have simple collisions now on these. On these two. Now I know how to get it done for the other ones though now. So save. Okay, now I need collision. Oh, what did I do here again? It was 632 and then just max on the whole precision. Okay. I was pretty satisfied with those results. What? Oh, I see. I didn't even notice those at first. Okay, but I have to go down to use. Okay, what did I have it set to over here? It was use simple as complex. Was it the customized collision that I have different? No, customized collision's on this one. Oh, simple as, I see, complex to simple, simple as complex. Okay, there we go. There we go. I had it backwards. You should use default for simple. Oh, okay. Oh God, it'll tell me twice to hit the default. Okay, so I think I'm going to need, well, I don't know. Let's test that out a little bit. This slant right here, I'm not a fan of. I think you are just going to clip through that slant right there. So I might need to fix that. Oh, and this too, I'm going to need more hulls. Why did it generate like that? That's weird. But yeah, I need more hulls. Do 8. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better, actually. I think I'm cool with this. Although something to think about, if I'm going to be stretching these, like scaling these cliff faces much larger than I have been, maybe the collision could be a bit more complex than this. You know? I didn't even consider that. And let's come over here and let's take this model and just like stretch it, like get it huge. I don't know, let's make it a little wide. And then let's try to navigate around this here. We're gonna put this where it's not really gonna be in the way. Oh yeah, let's put it up over here. Really no. Back over here. I'm trying to figure out where to put this where it's not going to cause a huge problem. Gonna take a second to get back here though. All right, whatever. That's fine. Just hoof it. Let's go, little slime. You know, it's not that big of a problem. Yeah. Okay, I might want to redo the collision. I think I do want to have like as accurate of collisions as I can without just doing the straight like complex collisions that it's set to right now. Because there are certain spots that just really don't. Like I should be able to climb up right there, you know? So we'll go ahead and trash that. Actually, no, bring him back. All right, so we got to go back over here. Sorry to do this to you, but these collisions that I said were amazing, you got to step it up a little harder. Know all the work you put in. Let's go up and hole. Let's go like 10. I don't know, man. 20? That's probably fine. Save on that. I don't know what the best thing to do is then. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right. That's the wrong cliff. Didn't realize I was just the silliest goose. Also, I don't need to drag it all the way back there. Just put it like right off the shoreline here. That bad boy up. Wide. Tall. Little something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the best option is then. If I wasn't going to scale the assets in any way, then the collision I have is fine. But I can't be certain that like scaling a cliff face in some way isn't going to like bonk up the collision, you know? Hmm. This is probably one of those situations where I just need to decide if it's good enough. You know? Because on one hand, like I could spend forever trying to get accurate collisions that sorry, on one hand, I could spend forever trying to get accurate collisions so that each time you grab onto a rock face, it feels accurate because like part of the game's mechanics is grabbing onto things. Now, how realistic I want that to feel is obviously another question to ask, because I could definitely just move past this and just be satisfied with the level of fidelity I currently have with what the slime looks like when adhering to a certain surface. Or that could be one of the things that I just go down a rabbit hole on for an effort that might not pay off in the end. And I mean, even then, I don't really see any other way to achieve what I'm talking about without just using simple as complex. Or sorry, use complex as simple. And then basically literally just like, or just taking these all into Blender, or at least the shrubless ones, taking them into Blender and just exporting just the model as a collision and import that back in here. Which I'm considering. I'm very much considering doing it that way. Because if I was building like a very large scale open world with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these out there, probably want to stick with simple collision. But the game takes place on a single island. You know, I'm probably not going to have hundreds of these rocks. I might have 100, but not like hundreds or even like thousands, you know? And even that, I might not even have 100. So like, do I think it's worth the slightly lower amount of overhead for the user? It's where I want to make a trade-off. Do I want to have slightly less overhead for the user, but have more complex and accurate shapes that the character can grab onto? Or do I want to have less overhead for the user, have less accurate adhesion, because it might not even make that big of a difference at the end of the day anyway. Fixing the pivots would solve the problem because you can use the plantless as the complex collision mesh. Okay. So open these all up and how do I fix the pivots? Let's look at, actually, no, let's go back to these. Let's look at these two, for example. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. It's like Cliff 2's pivots are already corrected. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like compared to its counterpart. Yeah, so it's just Cliff 1 then, I guess. Has that problem? We'll double check the rest of them here too. Cliff 3. I'm checking them all. Oh, thank you. Cliff Plan 01 is off by 760. How are you seeing that value? How much the pivot is off by? Is that also under primitives? No, because that's under collision. Open a blank level, drag both variants into the level. In Outliner, attach the plant version to a non-plant version. Reset plant version transform. That makes it relative. Then you move it into the correct place, and you can see the offset. I see what you're saying. Okay. Is that something that I can fix here, or am I going to need to open that up in Blender and then bring the static mesh back with the pivots adjusted? I feel like I'm going to have to bring this into Blender. So I can't really think of any way I would adjust pivots in Unreal. You can fix it easily in the editor once you know the correct offset. Oh, okay. Transform, maybe? Or import translation and import rotation? I guess I don't know where to fix it. You say you can easily fix it in the editor. I'm not sure where you're referring to. I don't know if you mean like when I drag it in, or if I can like fix it here somewhere. Flip up 3 is correct too. Nice. Sloop says hello. Hello, Sloop. Thanks for stopping in. I am working on collisions. Trying to decide if I should use simple collisions or complex collisions. My use case. Since I don't have a lot of these rocks I need to pull in, maybe like under 100, I'm leaning more towards complex. Because part of the mechanic is like part of the mechanics of the game is actually movement and grabbing onto things. So it looks weird when you grab onto collision. That's not modeler. This is a oh, hey, it's a raid. How's it going? Oh, we just had some new chatters. It's a nice rock, to be honest. Hey. All right, well, since we got a fresh raid here, I might as well just give the tour of the little project so far. This is here just because I was messing with trying to assess the collisions on it. So we got our little slime feller on his nice island. These rocks specifically are the ones that I'm trying to determine if I'm going to use complex collisions or simple. Oh, God. Still some fixes to be had with the adhesion, but you can see one of the mechanics is just adhering onto surfaces like this as a slime. So it gets a little janky if the collisions don't match up with what you're seeing. Got a little slime guy. You can grab onto stuff. He can jump, he can dash, he rolls around. And I am putting a nice island together for him so that he can play mini games. I've used Unity. It was confusing. I've opened it a long time ago, and I would probably agree, but I would have said the same thing about Unreal before I started using it back in August. It's much easier to wrap my head around now, so I'd imagine the same is probably can be said for Unity. Yes, I watched your stream a while ago. These rocks look great. I don't think you had these graphics at all last time. Damn, that's actually really cool. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I did not have these rocks or any of these like plants or trees or anything. Maybe there was a tree or two around, but that was while I was trying to figure out the collision with the tree too, because these are all from an asset pack, but part of having an asset pack in a game where like movement mechanics and grabbing onto stuff is one of the main functions of the game. I have to really test collisions and then tweak back and forth between changing collisions or changing the mechanic a little bit. And I'm thinking I do need to change the mechanic a little bit more. I think the threshold is a little too strict for like how much it pulls you in to grab onto a surface. Sometimes if you get to like a little edge or multiple faces that are close together, he'll kind of like twitch out a little bit, you know? But that's what I do here. I learned how to make games as a beginner. Honestly, seems like some complex maths. It probably is, but luckily I'm not the one doing all that math. That is Unreal doing all that math for me. I just say, hey, I want this thing to happen. You might need these numbers to do it. Thanks. And I press OK, and then Unreal does all the math for me. It's pretty cool. Oh, and I have Bacon Guy here. The mod here might be a professional Unreal developer, but you know, that's just no biggie. His DMs are open, ladies. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he's taken or not. Oh, what? Unreal has AI built in now? No. Not like I'm not prompting it. That's not what I meant. I meant like I can say, hey, I need you to scale between this number and this number. Then Unreal does all the math between those numbers or does all the calculations of functions for me. Obviously, I'm not sitting there like hand calculating every number as it happens. That's what I meant. I mean, there is like built-in AI, but it's just like a chat bot for the documentation for Unreal. So if I came over here to this little Ask AI tab, I can ask an Unreal AI about Unreal, but it's more just like answering your questions on documentation and functionality of the engine. This has no access to your project at all, so it can't make any edits or changes or anything like that. It's just more of like, hey, Epic AI, does Unreal have the option to import a mesh? And then it'll say, yeah, you do it like this, this, and this. Yeah, definitely. I'm not prompting. That's not what I meant. Just more like here. What's a good example? Let's go over to game looks great so far. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go over to core. Actually, it's going to be under characters, slime ball, default. No, it's under characters. Wait. Core, that's what it is. Core, player, slime ball. There we go. So when I pull open the slime ball blueprint, all of the math that goes into processing these events as they happen, that's what I meant. Unreal just does all that for you. Obviously, you're not sitting there and hand calculating everything. Let's see. Where's my grab function? Grab surface right here. So like all of this math of like determining if it's, you know, grabbing or not, like doing checks beforehand, checking if the character's recently jumped, getting the overlapping actors of what's near you, you know, setting booleans like flags, basically, getting velocities of existing velocities at that point, setting velocities, getting an array of different points around you to grab onto, which you can actually see all that happening. You go into, I think it was, I thought it was under grab surface. Maybe it was under a different function here. Apparently they're replacing blueprints with something else for the upcoming Unreal 6. They are not actually replacing it. That is a title that got shared around a lot, but they are adding a new logic system that can be used in place of blueprints, but they're not replacing it. They're just adding it. But headlights did get like shared or reshared or posted that made it seem like that they are getting rid of blueprints, but they're not. It'll still be there. But yeah, it's called Verse. At least I think that's what it's called, right? Verse, Unreal 5. All right, so Verse. The visual alternative with Verse script and Unreal Engine 5.9 to 6 to 10. 5 canvas, Verse nodes. Okay, so yeah, it just seems like it's a very different way. Oh, look at that. These are like, these almost look like little plug and play systems on the right, similar to Scratch. You guys have ever used Scratch before? That's what this is reminding me of over here on the right. Got like a timeline, a console, AI chat assistant. Huh. Oh, you can plug in like Claude or Gemini or what? Okay, this has to be on purpose, right? Hang on. Right here. Right here. Like this is on purpose, right? Oh, a third-party UI for Verse. That makes sense. Okay. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Nice Blueprints is really cool. I think visual programming is not a niche and serves a real need. It does. It definitely does. It's still programming at the end of the day. It's just a very different syntax for programming rather than having to type it out and use preset like words or strict like combinations of like modifiers or phrases or libraries. You're just plugging things into each other instead of saying like, you know, library dot print string or whatever, you know, whatever the syntax calls for. I was trying to find, gosh, I really can't remember where I put it. The detection for the grab surface. Making the array here. Was it under, no, it wasn't under debug. Grab detection, that's what it was. Because this detects the surface. This actually grabs the surface based off what's detected. That's right. All right, so if we go to draw debug, duration, right? I think so. Hit play. Oh, here, let's go for 1 frame. Yeah. Do it like that. Yeah, so this is what's happening when I grab onto a surface. It's like actually grabbing onto stuff. So that's ultimately what I meant when I was saying like, yeah, just give it a couple like values and thresholds and say Unreal, you probably need these numbers. Do math for me. This is the math it's doing. It's like getting these averages in real time. It's you know, it's adjusting my character's transform in real time to like go down slower with gravity or be pulled in towards the wall. Like that's the math I'm referring to. And that's how he knows how to grab onto stuff. Or where the stuff he's trying to grab onto is, or if he even can grab onto stuff. We'll turn that off so we don't need to see that every frame. Okay. Back to the collisions. All right. So I think I understand what you were talking about earlier, Bacon Guy, where you were saying if I know the exact amount that it's offset, then I can adjust for that in the editor. my confusion came from the fact that we were not able to adjust the transform of these convex primitives here. But I remember now you said that you can adjust the transform for any other shape. So I'm assuming that like the default collision shape or whatever collision shape that I'm using in place of this, I should be able to drag around here, right? So if I go to, actually, I do want to test this first, I think on Cliff 2 and Cliff Plant 2, since we know those are lined up. I just want to test like without having to do any transformation or transforming. I want to test that I can just essentially take the complex collision of the plantless version and just paste it onto the plant version. Well, no, I was saying you can modify the pivot directly. Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to say I don't know what you were talking about. I thought I did, but I guess I do not. Now that's what I don't know how to do. I don't know how to adjust the pivot. So the modeling tools, I said how right as we got rated. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's go take a look. There it is. Yep. All right. To edit a pivot, drag the mesh into the level, select the modeling mode, select X form, select edit pivot. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go to, I think it was the plant one, right? That had the, yeah, it was the plant one that had the messed up pivot. So we will to plant 1. And then you said select modeling mode. Okay. Select X form and then select edit pivot. Warning, this tool will modify the selected static mesh assets. If you do not wish to modify the original assets, please make copies in the content browser first. Scary. Okay, that's probably fine. Oh, I didn't change anything. I see. Edit pivot. All right, and then you said it was off by -760. So we need to go +760 in that case. On the Z. Right. So that should be 1110. And I think we're good. Use Delta mode. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that would have helped for sure. My bad. I was like scrolled all the way up in the chat looking at your old message. Okay, accept. And so now I can just come over here. all the collision that I just fixed. That's funny. Let's just go ahead and delete all these. collision. Oh wait, no, in that case, I should just be able to go to Cliff Plant 01 and custom collision. No, Cliff. One, I think it was the second one. I'd verify they match first. See what you're saying. I think this is because they don't have any simple collision anymore. No one, oh, one's right there. What is that one? What? Not collision on this? There is. That's weird. Maybe that was why he had the well, no, because then it would be the same for the other ones. I was about to say maybe that's why the pivot's at the bottom, so that he can place them easier, but that wouldn't make any sense because all the other ones are positioned at the center. I don't remember having to drag them back out like this. That happened. Let's hit 3. I don't know. No, I did. Okay. All right. Whatever. Cool. As long as I didn't break nothing. Oh, that's right. Let's go that, and then a 1. Edit pivot, delta. I think that's right, because delta is maybe just for that one. I think they're all fine. So let's come over here, go complex collision, SM Cliff 01, and I'm pretty sure it's the second one right here. Tropical Island, yep. And then no, that's not right. See, I've got the model pulled in right here. I don't see the collision. So maybe you just can't see it if you bring in like a complex collision mesh. Try it in game. It won't show you. Gotcha. Okay. Cliff Plant 01. Did I save that? Saved it. Okay. SM Cliff 01. SM Cliff Plant 01. Okay. This maybe drag it in fresh. I don't know, because then I wouldn't have clipped through it if that were the case. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong. That's the wrong one. 01. Here we go. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, use complex too. Okay. And a 1, 2. Simple and complex? Or use complex as simple? Complex as simple? Okay. Well, I'll be. It done did worked. It's amazing. Yeah, this is probably going to be what I end up doing. I think we're going to stick with complex as simple. Just because part of the fun factor, part of the game feel of my game is like accurately adhering onto surfaces and angles. Like I don't want why even have a mechanic in the game where the character like adheres onto a surface like that if like the collisions aren't going to line up properly? It's just going to take you out of it. And since I'm not making like, you know, a large world with like hundreds or thousands of these rocks, I think it's fine to just use complex as simple for the island that we're setting up. Yeah, I think this is best. Agreed. Okay. So then that means all I have to do is go into each of these. Oh, I need to replace this one. O2 is still using the. Actually, I don't even think I need to really do anything here. I mean, I'll delete these so that they're not stored anyway, but I don't think that's going to matter at all. Since I'm just using complex as simple, you know. Oh, I can just go to primitive. I forgot. I deleted them all already anyway. Okay. We'll close that. And we'll go to collision. I always think I'm going to be able to just scroll down and just look at it and see it immediately, but I always pass it up a few times. All right. Use complex collision as simple. Okay. And then we'll go. Wait, no. That's it. Just use complex as simple. What am I doing? This is the right rock. I need to do that for the other one. What is going on? Holy UVs, buddy. What happened? Sad. Okay, that's good. Save that. Now I go over here. You know what? We're just going to do this. We're just going to do collision. Just because I'm doing the same thing for all of them. Yeah. Okay. Use complex as simple. And then SN Cliff. O2. Tropical Island. All right. Save. That one's fine. This one is fine. That one is fine. That one is fine. Close that. Plant. Okay. This one. Close that. Oh, I thought it would stay searched on the side over here in the details panel, but it didn't. Yeah, so that's still All I got to do is just literally replace this. SM Cliff 04. No, 03. What am I doing? Three. Tropical Island. Cliff Plant 4 doesn't have a plantless version. Oh. Really? This one's called 04 and this one's 05. Okay, that's weird. Let's go to one of the other packs, maybe. Maybe they got it there. No. Rocks. Wait a minute. 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 We both got turned around. I see. Yeah, exactly. Cliff Plan 04 is Cliff 05. Yeah, hang on. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're good. It's like our wheels are spinning, but in the wrong direction, brother. Hang on. Okay. Cliff 03. Okay. 04 is 05. I hate that they did that. I don't really. I just OCD. Custom. SM Cliff 05. There we go. Save. All right, I think I'm good. I'm gonna test it out, but I think I can just want to run free right here on these rocks without any issues with the foliage. Amazing. That's amazing. That's all I wanted. And this is my line of like, is good enough. I know I'm clipping through all these, like all this foliage, and like I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what I want. I want you to clip through it. Someone else might sit here and be like, oh, but I want the foliage to like move while I move through it. And I don't want that right now. I don't care. Maybe in the future I would about a different project. This one, I'm good, brother. Let's move on. Cool. Yeah, that worked. Let's get that out of here, and that out of here, and that out of here. And yeah, we're good. I like that. That was it. 10. Cliff Plant 01 isn't even used in the demo level. Oh, the one with the messed up pivot isn't even in the demo. That's funny. I wonder if he meant to include it in the pack, though. You know? Like maybe he just put that one off to the side. He's like, it's got a messed up pivot. Maybe some other issue we haven't seen yet with it. Whatever. Don't include it. It's still here, though. That'd be funny. All right. All right. Well, I think that is a good time to call it for the night. That was a nice way to get back into gear. A very productive stream. And next week, we'll just continue on with level creation, I guess. I'm sure there'll be other issues and whatever else that comes up as collisions or, I don't know, something else. There'll be other things that come up as I work into that level design stage, but that's really the only other thing I can think of after that. I might get like a rough block out, like maybe not with all of the trees and rocks and foliage and everything set perfectly yet. I might just get like a block out of the level, maybe structure out some like caves or just general like pathing, and then figure out the points that I want these mini games to be at, or like if there's characters that assign them, or what events that trigger to cause these mini games to start. And then once I have that like down and solid, then I think I'll move on to polishing up like everything, adding all the right bushes and rocks and everywhere in the right place, more trees but I think we'll do like a first pass level design for the island, move into setting up the actual gameplay, and then we'll do another pass of the level design to beautify everything. And then probably another pass of everything else too, like from the level to the character, like polishing up the character, maybe adding a little more tweaks to the material to make it look a little better, or the coloring, game feel, like just figuring out which mini games or wherever else I can like add like juice to the game, like that game feel. And then a win state at the end, I guess, and a way to like beat the game. I think like a soft beat of the game, not like a hard, like you're done with the game. I think it'll be a soft, like, well, you got the money, but old Sharky's being run out of these waters. I guess I'm not gonna be able to collect that debt from you. I don't know. Maybe orcas move in and bully the shark out of its territory, because orcas are natural predators to sharks, and then the orcas are just real chill at the end of the game. That's actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, I might do that. Way cool project, looks cool. Thanks for the stream. Well, I appreciate it. Feel free to follow or sub on YouTube. I don't have any kind of like subbing on Twitch yet, but just wherever you want to follow the project and come hang out and stream again, go ahead and do it. Always happy to have you here. And anyone else that was hanging out, maybe just lurking about, thanks for being here too. I appreciate you. But yeah, I think that will call it here for tonight. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe. Stay hydrated, I guess. And I'll see you next week. I stream Mondays and Tuesdays from around 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Chicago time, until I just feel kind of tired. That's usually about anywhere between 2 and 4 hours. So I'll be back next Monday and Tuesday. See you guys then. Enjoy your week. Take care, y'all. Thanks.